guys, my name is Mia, for those who may not know, and this is We of More, together discovering that we were made of more, by more, and for more. And I just want to say thank you so much for the support that you have given us on the past video that we published Tuesday. Thank you for being patient that we were out for a couple of months dealing with a lot of things. But we always appreciate your feedback. We always appreciate those comments and that love that you keep on spreading. And like Veronica said in the past video, thank you, Linda, for that beautiful candle. It smells really good. And I'm glad that you gave us two. Thank you. I just want to say, remember to follow us, remember to hit the notification bell so that way you get a little alert every time we post a video. And I just wanted to basically tie together what Veronica was saying on Tuesday and just bring another message for you guys. And I wanted to share this amazing story that revolves around three fire resistant young men. Yes, I said fire resistant. And the story is that this king named Nebuchadnezzar made a gold statue that was 90 feet high and 9 feet wide. The king commanded that when anybody heard the sound of the horn, flute or harp, basically any kind of music, they had to fall face down and worship the golden statue. Anyone who did not follow these instructions would be thrown in a furnace of blazing fire. So that's a fancy way of saying that they would be burned alive. And a group of people took this as an opportunity to do harm, and they notified the king that there were 3 young men that did not worship his gods or his statue. The king demanded that they be brought before him and asked Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, "Is it true that you don't worship my gods or my statue? When you hear the music, you will worship my statue, or you will be thrown in the fiery furnace. Why is the God who is the God who can rescue you from my power?" So basically he was having a one-way conversation because they were not replying at that time. And the king was taunting and arrogantly challenging them. But little did he know that his challenge would be accepted. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to the king, "We don't need to give you an answer to this question. If the God we serve exists, then he can rescue us from the furnace of blazing fire. And he can rescue us from the power of you, the king. But even if he does not rescue us, we want you as king to know that we will not serve your gods or worship the gold statue you set up." Wasn't that just like the most bold move ever? Because wouldn't you be scared to be burned alive? I know I would. I know I would. So the king in this moment, he was filled with rage and orders his soldiers to throw the 3 men in the furnace. And it was so hot that the flames killed the 2 soldiers that carried Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to the furnace. The king is alarmed because when he looks at the furnace, he sees 4 men walking around, when he really knows that he would put only 3 young men in there. So then he calls their names and exclaims that they are servants of the Most High. Once they come out, they can see that the fire did not harm them, their clothes were intact, and they didn't even smell like smoke. So the king exclaimed, "Praise to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego," and commanded that if anyone says anything offensive related to their God, they would be torn limb from limb. And in this story, we can clearly see how their fear was turned into a faith above reasoning. Because let's be honest, wouldn't you be scared to be thrown in a fiery furnace? Basically, the furnace was like throwing a burger on a grill. Instantly, you know that's gonna start cooking. So that's gonna be the same reaction if they throw us, a person, inside a fiery furnace. And the question is, if it was you in that situation, do you think you would have been scared? And I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I would have been scared. And even till this day, if that situation presented itself, I knew I would be completely scared. But the moral of the story is that it's not that we need to be fearless, but that even in fear, our faith in God can comfort us and make us feel totally safe. Safe that no matter what happens, God's got me. So imagine how great their faith was, that even knowing, or like they exclaimed to the king, doesn't matter if our God doesn't save us, I will still worship him. Like, wow, like how amazing was that faith? How bold was that statement? And I'm pretty sure even though they said it boldly and with faith, pretty sure they said it with a lot of fear as well. And I just wanted to come together with you and just share one of my fears. One of my biggest fears has always been change. The fear of basically getting a new job, basically traveling from one country to another. Like some of you may know, a few years ago I went from Puerto Rico to living in Wisconsin, and believe me, at that time I was really scared, if, okay, how is this change going to impact me? Okay, I'm leaving Puerto Rico where I've been for 20 something years. Am I going to find a good job? Am I going to like it? I knew that I was going to be with my family because my family was over here, but still there's still that fear inside you of what's to be, like what's to come. Even though God did an amazing work in me, and He always seems to surprise me, because as soon as I got here, within a month I already had a job, and it's a good job where I still am. Shout out to Northwestern Mutual. But it was that leap of faith within that change, because it was going to be a drastic change. I didn't have a language barrier because I know English and Spanish, but still it was going to be a new place, new people. And for many of you may know, I'm an introvert. So for me, it takes time for me to go up to somebody and say hi to them, because my mind is going over all the scenarios and how should I say hi. And but even though with that fear that I had of moving over here, of leaving my friends in Puerto Rico, my sister that's now in Puerto Rico, I still had faith that no matter where I went, doesn't matter if it was in Puerto Rico, Wisconsin, doesn't matter if it was in Mars, I still had faith that God was going to do what He always said that He was going to do in my life. I always had faith that no matter the place He planted me in, I was going to always grow in Him and see His wonders and His surprises. And not to say that everything has been peachy since I got here, but even through maybe the heartache of knowing that everything that Puerto Rico went through with Hurricane Maria, or knowing that my friends were far away, even through all of that, I knew that God's love was way abundant to cover me through all of that. And I just want to let you know, remember to share with us some of those fears that you've may had, or you can even share how you conquered those fears, how you saw God's love through them, how you saw your faith grow within that certain circumstance. And I just want to read you a passage here in Isaiah 43. It says that God doesn't promise to save us from the flames, but He has promised to be with us as we walk through the fire, and either to rescue us in this life or through death for the eternal salvation. And that's beautiful. That's very beautiful. It gives you that confidence and that faith that doesn't matter if it's here or what happens after this life, God is going to be with us. God is going to be our salvation. And I just want to remind you guys of the challenge of this week. Remember to share those videos, those comments, those stories. We're going to be picking a winner soon. So we're going to do another post tomorrow, so be on the lookout. And the winner will get a $25 gift card. It's going to be to an awesome restaurant, or it could even be one of our t-shirts. So be on the lookout for that. And we just want to say thank you so much for the support. And remember to follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And remember to hit the notification bell. And I'm going to see you back on Tuesday and Thursdays with the new dates for our videos. Thank you so much, you guys, for the support. Bye!